All right, hello and welcome to the unboxing of Blokees Champion Class Marvel Rivals Peni Parker SP/DR suit. All right, so went to a small comic book convention this weekend, and one of the retailers had this sitting on the shelf along with Blokees Darth Vader, so I went ahead and bought both. Tonight we're gonna go ahead and open this one. So on Blokees website, this retails for $27.99. The retailer at the con had it marked at $30. I told him my price was $25, and he agreed to that if I went ahead and bought the Darth Vader as well. So that's what I did. So we have this is a champion class. We've only opened one other champion class on stream before, and that was the Deadpool movie figure. So we will make some comparisons after we build this to that figure and maybe a couple other figures. So here we go. We got the front, we got artwork, we got Blokees, we got Marvel Rivals. It's a model kit. It's got a graphic showing we build this model kit. We got 177 pieces. We got the name of the kit. We've got another little symbol here with champion. This is size large. Warnings, warnings. We'll try to build this safely, I guess. Here's the side art with I guess it's a mech and Penny. Marvel Rivals logo. On the back, we got more art of the figure, very basic assembly, and what's included in the box. Now, what's a little bit different from this than some of the, like our classic class Transformers is, it looks like the sprues are on the front instead of the back, which is interesting. On the bottom, we just have a bunch of words that we really don't care about. All right, so I guess Penny is a character from the Spiderverse movies. I did see him, and I seem to remember this character a little bit. Don't remember a whole lot about it. I don't know if it's in other versions of Spider-Man in the comics or not. And this one, I guess, is specific to the Marvel Rivals video game. I've played it. It's a good game. It just not for me, not a kind of game I really like, but I can tell that there's good reason that people who like that type of game do like this game. So let's get into the box. Just remove the tape from the bottom. Be careful and cut away from yourself. And we got a whole bunch of sprues. And then we got some instructions. Then we got some bag of loose pieces. And so it looks like we got this instruction book here. This looks like this might be a light up kit. I didn't see on the box where it said anything about this lighting up, which is something that they do on their Transformers Classic class. So that's kind of odd, but it would explain why this one's about $8 more than their other Classic class. I thought it might have been the size, but if it has light up features, then maybe that's it. So here's the instructions. We got a parts list here. And then we got all the instructions we're going to follow in here. Final instructions on the back, rival logos. All right. Let us start by doing a little bit of unpacking. We're going to get out our bowl of holding, brought to you by Blokees. This is not sponsored. I'm going to go ahead and open up the loose pieces. Let's see, where is, here we go, maybe this. Hey, Firewall. Glad to see you here. Yes, this is our second week of streaming. Doing some... Acquired a champion class at a con this weekend, so we're going to go ahead and open this. Well, I don't see the place to rip this open, so let's go ahead and use our knife. All the pieces are gone out there. Okay, so that's our loose pieces. There's our light up piece, I guess. Okay, we'll put those over here for now. And then let's unpack our sprues real quick. Nope, you are wrong. I am not feeling that. There is a difference between classic and champion. This one happens to be a light up. Do remember, our champion class Deadpool had no lighting features at all. Remember, classic class, unique to Transformers. All classic class light up. Not all champions light up. There is a size difference. There's a piece difference. These tend to have a little bit of armor on them, especially from the movie robots. These are more just basically complicated, more little complicated galaxy class. So no. And to further my argument, Astro Train, which has recently been added to their website, is still labeled as classic class. I do think there is a difference. Now this is, I'd say this is just a more expensive version of Champions, which has the light up. Yeah, so I've got an Iron Man figure, and so I don't know if you're here when I mentioned there was no mention of the light up feature in the on the outside the box. So I have an Iron Man figure, and I'm wondering if it has a light up feature. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the Thor and Captain America and Wolverine figures will not have light up features. So I will agree with you on the champion class. It may be considered a deluxe feature for the champion class. Thus, the price difference. Like I said, I got this for $25, whereas the other champion class ones, I'm usually getting them for somewhere between $15 and $20, depending on where I buy them from. And there's our Peni model. Let's see. Let's go get all these out, just slowly unpacking everything. And then we'll have to probably separate them. I'll probably separate them by letter or something. All right. Well, I don't know, because, I mean, it may be a Disney thing, because the Star Wars ones are also champion. We have, let's see. Darth Vader's a champion class. We're going to have to see if, unfortunately, the figure I've coming in the mail, it looks like it might be a champion class, but it will be in Chinese, so I don't know. Oh, really? You think Firewall says people are complaining about Peni about not being articulated? Well, see, that was why I was interested in building this. So I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't sought out information yet. So that will be disappointing if it isn't, but we'll check it out. Or are you talking about this model not being articulated? Are you talking about this Peni? Or are you talking about the whole mech? see. These kind of almost seem like they're randomly lettered. Let's see. Okay, there's C2, C2 over here. We got B over here. Got some orange pieces. I guess it's the stand. Okay, so we got a stand for Penny. This is very gummy. This is very kind of, it's plastic, but the legs are very gummy. And I'll have to spread them apart slightly to get her on the stand. So here, we finished Penny already. Now, here's where I'm a little disappointed with Penny, maybe. Would have been cool if she was the same size as Deadpool, at least. But she's a little shorter. Now, and is she supposed to be a kid? Maybe it'll make sense if she's supposed to be a kid or something. I'm not sure how old Penny's supposed to be. Okay, E2, go over here. We got A2, we'll put that over here. F, we'll go over here-ish. And what do we got? G, another G. Okay, E over here. Actually, E should probably be somewhere over here. And then another F. Hold on. Oh, this is F1, so F should probably be over here. Let's see. Okay, Penny. The mech is fully. Oh, Penny is a kid. I was wondering. I don't know a lot about it. I watched the movie a long time ago, but don't remember a ton. And I know she's Peter Parker's daughter in an alternate universe. All right, let's see. Let's get our instructions and get started with. It looks like we can start with the head, and let's go ahead and start there. So we'll see how good a build this is going to be. So D1, and we're going to look at piece 2, which is this. Okay. And then we need C1. And that is going to be C1 piece 1, which is this right here. Yeah, it's weird that Marvel isn't doing it, making these, because they do have a Gamerverse line, but it seems like they're only concentrating on Marvel versus Capcom right now. And I don't like that. I don't like it because they're always 2-packs. And I'm not a. Oh, thank you. Yeah, happy Easter. Easter was for us was the day before we did the dinosaur eggs, and I did have a good week. Like I said, I went to a small con yesterday, which is where I got this. Okay, so that fit in like that. Then on D2, which is hit this. And we got these two little pieces. They're translucent orange pieces with some little paint on them. So D2 piece 1, which is this one, will go on this side. And it's going to wrap around. You know what? Let's zoom in. We'll start zooming in. Okay, so there's supposed to be a peg here somewhere, I think. No? Okay, it's supposed to wrap on this. Okay, fits on right there. So the peg it's going to peg into is right here. And See, I'm going to have to get used to where the camera is zoomed in. All right. All right. So there's that. And from E2, we need piece number 9. E2's over here. Let's see. Piece 9 is going to be this right here. And flip it around and peg it in like that. Whoops. Then we need E2 piece 3, 4, and 10. Okay. 3, 4 will go on this side, and 10 will go in the front. So here's piece 3. Yeah, because the price is so much. I agree with you, Firewall, about what I think I prefer just to have Blokees Marvel Rival figures. The price is so much better. I mean, and you get to build them. I know probably some people think you have to build them. I think we get to build them. And with the price being like, I mean, for Walmart has the champion class for $15. And the current standard pricing for a basic Hasbro figure is $28 now. So this isn't fitting right. No, the Spiderman kit, I think I might be able to get it for around 20. I had to pass on it on the con I saw it at. So I don't quite remember. I'd have to look on Blokees site to see what it is on Blokees site. I know this one is on Blokees site's 27. Okay, there's that, and then we need piece 10. Let's see. Do I have this upside down? Yeah, I have this upside down. Okay, so I'm going to flip it. And then there's a peg on the front for that hole. And it's going to go on like that. Just push that in. And I think that's the head. And that looks pretty cool. Let's see, hold on. There's a little, if you can see, there's kind of a texture on the eyes. I think it's supposed to be like a honeycomb texture. And it's a pretty nice, it's not color separation. Silver's painted on. But and the black is also painted on, I believe, on the eyes. But the red and the orange are the plastic colors. Let's see. Okay, so we got the head done. And actually, I may just put the head in our bowl for now, so I don't lose that. All right, so now we're gonna start on that left arm. So here's our instructions for the left arm. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, get these. Okay, so there's a lot of sprues here to keep track of. Okay, B1. And I need, so it looks like this is going to be a joint. And we need 5, 3, and 4. So here's 4. There's 2 4s, so we'll save one for the other arm, I'm assuming. Yeah, there's 2 3s as well, so we'll take one of the 3s. And then we need one of the 5s, which is this. All right, so this is piece 5. And then we're going to take 3. And actually, we're going to take 4. Oh, hold on. Oh, crap. I don't need these pieces yet. Okay, that's a mistake. I needed, okay, B5. I need A2, 3 and 4. Okay. Well, remember, these are on that sprue over there. Okay, so 3 and 4 from here. Okay, so this is 3. And this is 4. And then we're going to take 5 and match that little peg into the hole in 5. Does it fit? Hold on. Let's do this. Okay, so here's 3. Okay, so that's 3. And then 4, I think, matches this way. Whoops. Crap. Find a great way to do this. Okay, there we go. Press that into there. Boy, it doesn't want to... There we go. Then... Well, these pieces do not want to fit in, cooperate well. Here we go. Okay. All right, E2 6. Let's see. Yeah, 1999. Yeah, so the Spider-Man is their medium-sized kit, I think, and it's 1999. So that's like I said, it's $28 for so $20 versus $28. And then if you're getting into deluxe Marvel Legends, or the next price tier, I think is the next price tier 30 something, 34. I don't remember what the next price tier is. I don't know if they scale the price up the same as they do with the Match the Transformers or not. E26 is this piece right here. And then we need F1 number 1. What's F2? Where's F1? Oh, here's F1. F1. And this is piece 1. So we need that. And then on F2, we need piece 2. Okay. Okay, so this. Okay. So we're going to put on okay. So I believe this is going to peg in like that. Yeah. That looks good. And then this tab here is going to face this way. Front. I guess this is front. I'm sure that tab's for a kneecap or something. Or an elbow. Elbow cap. Put that there. And we got that. And now we need C2 1. Let's see. C21 is this right here. And we need A2 number 3. No, we need A1 number 2. Okay, A1 number 2, which is going to be this right here. And then those need to be pressed together. Let's see. Okay, so there's kind of this peg that's shaped like a T, and it's going to press into this hole that's shaped like a T. And then we're going to pop that onto here. Oops. Well, I'll try and pop it onto here. This is very thin. I don't want to force it too much. There we go. Okay, so oh, this is did I put this in backwards? Because this is supposed to be left arm. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's see. Then we need H1 number 2. Which is this piece right here. And let's see, that's going to go on. Put this tab into this slot, like so. All right. Let's see. Next, we're going to need, oh boy. Okay, so E19. Put that piece right there. Then we need H1. It looks like there's 2 6s on there we need. Where's H? Oh, H is the silver one. Okay. So there's 4 number 6s on here, so we're going to take 2 of those. And then leave these other 2 on this sprue. And let's see. Then we need looks like we're going to dive into our bowl and get a piece maybe. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get this piece from our loose piece bowl. And we're going to, okay, so we're going to put the, I'm going to put the 6, these 2 pieces, these H6 pieces, whoops, like there. So they're not plugged in yet, totally. So these 2 pegs on each side are going to plug into the 2 pegs on the bottom here. And sandwiching them is going to hold those 2 pieces in, I think, hopefully. All right, hold on. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay, so we got, is that how it's supposed to go? Yeah, I believe so. Okay, and then we got another piece from the bowl. This one with some I doubt it. When we get to the hand, I'll let you know if there's articulated fingers firewall. I don't. I'm looking at the instructions and it doesn't look like it, but we'll see. We'll check it out. Okay, so do I have this right? Oh, I don't think. Oh, that one of the pegs isn't seated in. Okay, let's do that. I think. Hold on. Whoops. Okay. Dang. Okay, so that. Oh, they don't match. Do I have the wrong piece? Or is that not? Oh, is that not where it goes? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so those little oval dips in there, that's where the silver pegs go. I think. Hold on. I think. Okay. So I'll hold that in, and then the pegs on this piece will go in there. All right. There we go. And then I feel like there should be some sort of articulation there. Did it just pull out a little bit? Okay, here we go. Okay, so if I pull this, the blade, I guess they're blades or something, they come out. Okay. All right, there's that. And then, okay, it needs more pieces. So we need F25. Let's see. I know it looks like by the instructions, I'm kind of if I look ahead in the instructions, it looks like there's a separate thumb, and then the four fingers look like they may be one piece. That's G1. I need F2. Okay, so what'd I say? F2 number 5, which is this right here. And then there's a tab in there, or a slot in there for this tab, if it's on like that. And then I need F2, 8, and 8. So 8's on the bottom here. So I need 2 of these. And they're gonna go. They're going to tab on the sides. And okay, so oh, okay, it's a gun. I see. I bet you it doesn't come with blast effects, does it? Okay. Okay, so there's this. I think that's done. So we need to go, let's see, we need need to build another joint from B1. And we need piece number 6. There's 6. And what else do we need? A15. A15 is this. And then we need A1. 4. Which is this. So 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. And then we also need B17, which is going to be this right here. Yeah, the gold's pretty cool. So Firewall says, Peni, from what I understand, was created to be an Evangelion reference. Well, that's right up Blokees' alley, because they do those figures too. I have a friend who recently has been putting together the yellow Evangelion mech. So, and he's really liking it. He's been a kind of a Gundam guy, and I'm slowly trying to turn him into a Blokees guy. What he's gonna do is he's gonna buy one of Bandai's Evangelion kits and see how he likes that. Okay, and then this. Oh, I need another piece, don't I? Or do I? Hold on. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. So I got 4. And then this goes into this peg right here, hole right here, like this. And then we take this other piece we just assembled and match them together like that. And then this piece will rotate around. Or no, we won't. Keep it like that, I think. And then we'll plug it into the upper part of the arm. All right. Okay, so there's that so far. Then we need A29. Okay. There's 2 of those pieces right here. We'll grab one of those. And then this will be our, looks like this is going to be our, oh no, yeah, our little elbow plate, which goes into this peg right here. They'll fit in like that. Looks like a double jointed elbow. All right. Let's see. Okay. H18, which is going to be this piece right here. We'll grab one of those and we'll just plug that into the wrist. All right, let's see. Hopefully it's going to want to plug into the wrist. kind of doesn't want to really. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's in. Right when I say it doesn't want to, it does go in. Looks like that. And then we are going to grab H15. Just this right here. This is where we're going to start building the hand. And E2, or no, let's get okay, so we can go ahead and put this onto the wrist. Like that. So we got a little bit of wrist articulation. Pretty good, actually. And let's put the thumb on, which is 813. So there's 2 of those. We just need 1 for now. And the ball joint's going to go into this little space right there. All right, and then we need E2 1. E2 1. Hold on, is that right? Oh no, I think I missed a piece. H19, let's do that. Oh, hey, look at good news, Firewall. Individual fingers. So yes, we will have some decent articulation on the hands. All right, 4 of those. And we're just going to start. Oh, she only got 3 fingers on each hand. Okay, so never mind, 3 of these. Oh, actually, that's really nice. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we need to put these fingers aside. We'll put them up here. I'll remember that they're maybe. We'll see. And then we need a hand plate, which is E2 11, which is over here somewhere. All right, go two of those, so we just need 1 for now. And then we're going to pop that. So there's a kind of a T-shaped slot and a T-shaped peg or tab or whatever. And then that goes on like that. This figure's turned out pretty good. I think I'm gonna like this. Okay. That is the left arm. Right? Correct? Oh no, we do need one more another piece. E18. Okay. That's E2. There's E1. 8. All right, that's this piece right here. There's 2 of those. We're gonna grab 1. And we're gonna pop that into the ball joint. Whoops. Try to. There we go. And then this weapon will go on that. So I think, okay, that will go into here. I guess it could deploy like that, maybe. I'm liking how this has turned out. All right, so there is the left arm. individual fingers. I don't think she's going to have a weapon to grip or anything. But yeah, so that, I like that. I like how this turned out. I do like this so far. Okay. Is it supposed to point? Well, I know I think it's supposed to point up, but I think it also it swivels down when we get into like, because is this a gun? So I bet you, yeah, it'll probably point up most of the time, and then when she's in a fighting situation where she wants to shoot, I'm guessing that's what happens. Bang bang. So there's that. Okay, so left arm over here. Should we put what? I think it's gonna take too much space in our bowl of holding. So right arm. Okay, a lot of this is gonna be repetitive because we've done this. Yeah, default pointing up, and then battle when she's in a fight. Probably just come down. She'll probably shoot backwards too, I'd imagine, if she wanted to. A2-4, A2-3. Which is these two pieces right here. So the only paint we've seen so far was on the head. It was... Oh, actually, there's a couple hits of paint. There's a piece right here that has some orange paint on it. And then on the head, the eye pieces had some silver and black painted on them. And so far, that's the only paint we have. So most of this is... Well, hold on. Now I just lied. This piece also has some gold paint on it. And this is a painted piece. And I think that's it. I think, well, here's a print right here. I think this plastic maybe, I'm not sure if it's painted or if it's gold plastic. I'd probably have to cut into it to make sure, and I'm not going to do that. Oh, actually, you know what? I think this silver is the plastic. So I'm betting this gold is painted. So that's our, that looks like that's our hits of paint on here. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I got A2, 3, and 4. And then I need B15. Which is this right here. Pull that off. Oh, get that arm out of the way. Okay, so let's see. This is 4. Okay, that has the peg. 3 doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to fit this over here. And then we're going to fit these two together. There's a hole in there. And then there's a peg on here. And it's going to fit in like this. All right, just like that. All right, then we need E2, 6. Oh, where's that at? I already used E2-6. Hold on. Oh, no. Totally wrong. F2-1. F2-1. I don't know where I got that E2-6 at. F2-1, which is this right here. And then F1-2, which is this right here. And then those will go together like this. And then we need E25, which I know we have that. And then that, we'll put our, let's see, together like this. So you know what? Doesn't want to fit like that. Maybe this goes on the other side. Flip this over. Okay, that fits. Sorry, slides in like that. Then we were going to put these two together. All right, there's that. H1 1. Just this right here. And it's going to go right here like this. Just that. Then we need to do A1, 2. Just this right here. And then we need C2, 1. Which is this right here. And they'll fit together. You just match the T peg into the T slot. Like that. And then they'll plug into here. Like that. And after that, we'll start back into our shoulder weapon. So we will need H16. Those two pieces. From our bowl, we'll need this piece. And then also from the bowl, we need, where'd it go? I had it out a second ago, okay. This piece. And then we need E19. Which will be this piece right here. All right. Then we go back to assembling this, like, let's see. Flip that over. And then I'm going to kind of seat this right here. Well, okay, I think it was easier if we put it right here. So do that. Do that. Then we got to, okay, again, these oval pieces, this is where these pegs are going to kind of fit into. And just, you got to hold them into place until you can get these two pegs into these two holes. Get those pressed in wire. Let's see, make sure. There we go. All right. Let's see. Then we need our F2 pieces. All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there may be. I mean, the metallic pieces. I mean, so I mean, this one was. This piece is pretty clearly painted gold, so I'm not sure if that's true with this piece as well. I guess we didn't. Yeah, okay. So this piece was painted gold too, because if you flip it over. This is silver, and this is gold, and then so it looks like it was painted gold, and then the writing was on it, and then this piece had gold painted over silver, which is good because that means all the golds will match. Okay, so I need this piece right here, which is F25. And that'll go on the bottom here. And then we need the side panels, which is F28. They're both F28. Which is these two pieces down here. We'll need them both. And they just go on the tabs. And then there's our remaining, I'm assuming a laser weapon, beam weapon. All right, put that off to the side for a sec. And we need to do the shoulder joint. B16. This over here. Just this piece right here. Then we need A15. Just this right here. And we're gonna, let's see. I wonder if I should. There we go. Okay. Okay, A15. Okay, hold it like this. And then put this on like this. Okay, keep that there for a sec. And we need B17 and A14. Let's go A14 is handy, right? That's this one right here. Then B17. Oh, hold on. I already used B17. Oh, no, I have two of them. Okay, B17. I like this one. Yeah, this one's really good. Firewall asking me if I enjoyed the build so far, and I am. Okay, so plug this into this. I think this one's gonna be pretty good. Oh, I think this is good for the price. Firewall says, I said this before, but I really appreciate you streaming the building process. So I appreciate you appreciating it. Thank you. Yeah, so I do it because it's fun to do, The moment it stops being fun, these streams will disappear, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hold on. Did I put that on correctly? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so this goes this way. Okay, so this is supposed to point down. Looks like. I don't think that's right. Okay, so I got this. Oh, okay, flip this over like this. Oh, I remember. We did this piece before. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this goes in here. All right, so that, and that will go. Straighten this out. This will go into this arm like this, right? Like that. Okay. Pop that in. Okay, that's pretty firm. Okay. And I think, let's see, then we need A2 9. I think I buried A2 somewhere. Yeah, here we go. That's this one right here. This is going to be that elbow pad. It's going to plug into this peg right here. Like that. And what else do we got? E18. It's over here. That's this piece right here. And that's going to go into this ball joint right here, right? Hold on. No, it goes into the stubby ball joint. And then our beam weapon will do that, and we'll leave it pointed up for now. Hold on. Did I do that right? Oh, you know what? Did I? Hold on. No, it doesn't go into the stubby one. This goes into this one over here. There we go. This should be correct. Okay, let's get the hand done. Get this hand clean, finished up, and then I guess we'll move on to the legs. So I popped some fingers off already last time. Popped off too many fingers. So there's those. Then we'll get the other one. And then we'll get this thumb up here. Then we got the palm up here. And, oh, we need the wrist piece, H1, H18, which is over here. Let's put that in before I forget about it. There we go. Get that in like that. We can put the palm in. Right here. Here, let's do this. All right. Then we can put the individual fingers on. Whoops. This needs to be flipped around. Okay, I think. Yeah. Okay, so put the individual fingers on. And then plug the thumb in right here. And then we got our hand. We need our hand plate, which is E2 11. So it's right here. And it's got that T slot. So we just match it up to the T peg that's in here. Or there we go. All right, there's his other arm, or her other arm. All right. Let's move on. Let's see. Now we're moving on to the legs. Yeah, I think I'll do the legs first before I do the chest. I think we'll do the chest last. Well, not last, but closer to last. Let's see. All right, so here's the right leg. I'm going to do that. Let's see. I think it's a great. Where's a better place for the instructions for this one? I think maybe back here, maybe. Okay. A17. You know what? I wonder. Let me see. I got a magnet here. Maybe I could put this on my. There we go. I think that'll work. I think it's okay. All right, A17. Okay, that's this piece right here. A17, and then we need B110. Oh, A19 and B110. Okay, so B19 is this one. And then B110 is going to be, there's two of them, so we'll get this one. Okay, so how's this going to fit together? Okay. So I'm gonna have the B1 or the B110 like this, and then I'm gonna take, which one was 7? I don't know. It's this one. I'm gonna press it like this. See if it'll fit. Oh, hold on now. Do I have it upside down? I don't think so. Okay, there it goes. Pop that in there. And then just sandwich these two together. Just like that. This is gonna be another. This looks like it's gonna be another a double joint for the knee. Okay, E16 and E21. E16. Which will go. How's this gonna go? Well, here, let me get the other one before we. And E21, which is this right here. Okay. So with this peg facing forward, okay, we got 2 pegs right here. Which will peg into these 2 holes right here. Right? Theoretically? In theory. There we go. And then, okay, so figure out which way this is oriented. I think this is it. Fit like that. Yeah, there we go. Fits perfect. All right, there's the, looks like we got the thigh on there. And okay, so we need F23. Which is this right here. And that's going to plug into the side here. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I got 2 pieces that are maybe in the bowl that I need to pull out. I think it's this. And this, I think there's actually, I think they're all 4 pieces are the same. So let's test that theory. Okay. No, hold on. Okay, hold on. There's this piece right here. Okay. Okay, so Okay, so we got this piece right here. We got this from the bowl. And we're going to put it into this hole right here. Or try to. There we go. Fits in like that. Then this piece also from the bowl. We're going to match up the pegs to the holes. Like I said, these were the ones that had some paint on them. And then we're going to get E2, 12, and 13. So there's 2 of each. This is 12. And this is 13. So 12 looks like goes in the front. So we got that hole, that top hole, and this peg. It's like that, and then E12, 13 will go behind it, like that. All right. There's that. Now we need A21. Which is this right here. And we need B1 or A22, which is the one right beside it. Then we need B1, 3, which looks like, oh, this, we took one of those off previously, so I'm going to take that. Okay. And it's going to, okay, it's going to fit into that like there. Oops. It's going to lay in there. We want it to kind of lay in there, and then we're going to take the other piece and sandwich that in like that. And then that's going to go into this hole deep into the thigh like that. Oops, make sure it's in good. There we go. A good click out of that. All right, next. We're gonna go ahead and get from the bowl. We'll grab this piece right here. That's gonna be the kneecap. There we go. Then, also from the bowl, we have a pre-assembled joint that we're going to plug into the, it's going to be the ankle joint. We're going to plug it at the bottom of the leg. Let's see if I can get it in good. There we go. Want to hear that click? And then we need to start assembling a foot for her. Okay, so A28. Which is this piece right here. A210, which is this piece right here. And A28 is going to tab into the top of 10. Whoops. Just like this. Right? Oh, no, it is the other way. Like this. Okay. And then we need H7. Looks like we need 2 of those. So these 2 right here. And they're going to be the toes. I'm going to plug in like this. Except I plugged in one upside down. So I'll flip that. So you want these kind of ridges to be on top, and then the bottom will be pretty flat. And then I think, okay, we have A27 right here. And that's going to, there's going to be a big square peg that's going to be put into the square hole. And then just push it in like that. And then we're going to plug it into this ankle piece. Blokees has the Godzilla license. Would you be there? Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I'd do that. If it's like something like if it's a champion or a classic, or I'm sorry, a champion or a action, I'd do that. Either one of those, I'd do that. I'm hoping. I don't know if I'm too interested in a Galaxy or Defender. I'll probably get it. Let's be real. I probably would get it if there's a Galaxy and Defender. But I think I'd prefer probably a champion class. Though Galaxy would be bigger. I just don't know how complicated they could make a action. Yeah, that'd be cool. I need a Godzilla 1 version first, I think. All right, so there's one leg. Let's get to the left leg. Okay, so we need to do A18. And I have a friend who really likes Godzilla. I'd probably, if it, actually, you know what? If it was cheap enough, I'd probably get him a blind box. If there was a Galaxy or Defender. See if I can get another person addicted. Let's see. What I do? A18? Yeah, A18. And then I need A16, which is right next to it. And then I need B110. Let's see. B110-3. Which is this one right here. All right, so oh no, we don't need that yet. I'm sorry, we need B110. B110. That's what I needed, which is this one right here. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so this one. Plug that in like that. Then we'll take this and sandwich it like that. Then we need E22. Which will plug in right this. Oops. There we go. And the E17. Oops. Hold on. Drop something. There we go. And that there, right? Okay, got that. F24. Plug in here. Oops, I think that's upside down actually. There we go. F24. Okay, F24. And let's see, where are we at? Okay. Okay, from the bowl. Need that. And this. Okay, so these two pieces from the bowl. And this is going to plug into here. I haven't started the body yet. Body's next. All right, there's that, and then we need an, let's see, E2, 13, and 12. Let's see. We know 12 goes in the front, and 13 goes on the back. There's that. Then we need, we're going to do A21. And A21 and A22. Like that. Then we need the B3, which I already grabbed. I already did. I already took off. And then we're going to put, match all the pegs. So it sits there. I plug this in to sandwich it like that. And that'll go into this hole deep in the thigh. All right. Okay. This is from the bowl. That's gonna be the kneecap. And it goes on top of there. Whoops, didn't do that on camera, did I? Okay, so we need this joint from the bowl for the ankle. Make sure that get that clicked in. Okay. Then we need to do the foot. A21 or A28. Let's say A28. A210. And A27. These two plug in together like this. Whoops. Oh, I grabbed it. I caught it. Okay. They plug in together like this. Then the eight piece goes like this. And then we need to grab the toes from H1 right here. And this is it. This sprue is empty, no more silver pieces. And there we go. There's the left foot leg. All right. Now we are on to the body. This is where we have our light up piece. Then we need B1, 12, and 11. They're right here. And they okay, so there's a hole right here. That's gonna go like this. With this, I guess it's a wheel well, maybe, facing out. There's that, and I guess now would probably be the time to pull the tab. Whoops. Okay, lights up. All right. Okay, I need to move this magnet a little bit so I can see what pieces I need next. Okay, E11, which is this big piece right here. Then we're going to grab D11, which is, oh, I didn't realize we were done with this a while ago. Okay, and then we're going to be done with this one too. This will be the last orange transparent piece. Or at least, yeah, that's the last orange transparent piece. Looks like it's going to plug in through the back or through the inside. Oh, it's got some silver paint right there. Okay, so it plugs into the back there. And then this. Okay. So this piece right here looks like it's going to plug into right into the light. And it's not a tight, it doesn't snap, so it's going to be loose until we get A13 for the back. And that's this right here. And nope, we still got one more piece there, it looks like. Okay, so A13, and then, okay, so how's this go? Okay, so with these pegs pointing up, we're going to peg, hold on, does this work? Is this right? Do I, maybe these need to flare out a little bit. Yeah. Maybe? Okay. Whoops. Well, trying to get this in good. The light's not turning off. Okay. Nope, not sure what's preventing this from being pressed in all the way. Is there a big gap at the shoulders? Okay, let me take this off and see if I can find something. Yeah, you're right. Firewall, the wheel looks like it is going to be a butterfly joint. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to press maybe this orange piece isn't in all the way. Maybe that's a problem. Okay. I wonder if this... Okay, I have a theory. Maybe this wheel isn't all the way down on its peg. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Okay, so make sure those butterfly joint wheels are all the way down on their pegs. Yeah, there we go. That was it. All right. Yeah, the only issue I have with those butterfly, they're only going one direction. They're only going forward, it looks like. They won't be able to go back. Well, we'll see when we get the arms on. I mean, it's not a huge problem. Okay. Next, we need the pieces for the back. E4, E1, hold on. E14 and E15. Okay, which is these two right here. Okay, so make sure these are going to be on the right. Okay. So just match pegs with holes. Hold on. Okay, hold on. How am I doing this? Okay, so these are going in, are they on the bottom? Okay, they're on the bottom, lower back. And, okay, so this, okay. There we go. Okay. Now we need this piece, which has a painted spider on it. It's from the bowl. And it's going to plug into the back. Like that. And then we need a neck piece, which is also from the bowl. And it's going to take these two holes into these top two pegs. It's going to fit like that. And then we got C12, which is this right here. And it's gonna go over the neck piece, it looks like. Is that the right way? I don't think so. I feel like that's backwards. You know what, maybe it's sideways, hold on. Okay, I think that's right. And then we need E1, 2, and 3 for the shoulders. That's these two pieces right here. And that's no more pieces on the E1 sprue. Okay, so they're going to plug into these ball joints on the shoulder. So like that. Looks like maybe the kind of like vent covers, maybe. Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, then we need F2, 7, and 6. And that's the last two pieces on the F2 sprue. And they are going to looks like they're going to tab in to the sides here. Like that. There's a tab right here. It's kind of hard to see. Whoops. There we go. Like that. Okay. Okay, then we need F1, 3. So we have F1, 3. Then we have this gold piece from the bowl. And then we got another piece that's shaped like F1, 3, only it has the paint on it, or a print on it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the gold on first. Like this. And then this other piece from the bowl. I think, hold on. I feel like it looks like, is it going on the other side? Oh no, it goes here. I think. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it goes right there. And then the F1, 3 goes in the same way on the other side. Okay. What are we doing? Okay, hold on. I feel like these pieces... Okay. I feel like those pieces, the one that attach to the side of the torso, might probably need to be glued. Yeah, actually, it feels really solid. I can see what you think. So the tab actually kind of had like an indentation on it, so I think there was some sort of gripping mechanism on there. But oops, well, okay, so I popped it off there, but I kind of had to work at it, to be honest. So I think it'll stay on. I mean, if I have to glue it later, I will, but I think it's on pretty good. Better than expected. Okay. Okay, so that's the chest. Now we need to do the waist. All right, let's see where we need. Okay, I think for this I can go ahead and take down these instructions, give it a better place for me to the view a little closer. So I'm going to do all this, it looks like. Okay. All right, it looks like we're using some pieces from, no? Okay, I thought we were using pieces from the bowl. No, we're not. Okay. B19. Then B14. We need 2 of them. There's 1, and then we had 1 from earlier that I popped out earlier. Whoops. Okay, so those 2. And then B18. Just this right here. Okay. So we got B18 has this long peg on it. Right there. I put one of the B14s over on it. It needs to go all the way down. It's pretty tight. Goes on like that. And then facing the other way, we need to put the other B14. And it's kind of a tight fit, so it's kind of rough to get on. Okay, so it does go on a certain way. You want it to go on like this on both of them. Oh, no. That's wrong. That's incorrect. Okay, I gotta take this one off. I put it on upside down. Oops. This is how you want it to go on. So I gotta correct that. Let's see if I can get this off. It's pretty tight, so I want to kind of work it off. So pay attention to that. Okay. Now we're going to put it on like this. Okay, I'm going to try to put... There we go. Okay, gotta work this one down. All right. It's gonna look like that. And then I need to... Let's see. Put on this piece. Like that. And it doesn't... like I didn't do it right again. Okay. I put the second piece up wrong on. Okay. On wrong. Okay. Luckily, hopefully it's going to be not a big a deal. Work this off. Okay, flip it. Okay, it's getting hard to fit some of these tight pieces on because it's warming up here. My hands are kind of getting a little on the sweaty side. All right, there's that. Then this piece goes back on. All right, there's that piece. Now we need a couple pieces from the bowl. Actually, these are the last two pieces from the bowl. And they're just gonna peg in. One's gonna peg in with a peg, and one's gonna peg in with a slot in. All right, there's that. And okay. Now, okay, there's a belly we got to put together. So C13, which is the last piece on this sprue. A11, which is the last piece on this sprue. Those two go together. Just match up the pegs. Like that. Then we got B11, which is kind of just a dumbbell joint. It's a tight fit. Apparently, looks like it's going to be a tight fit. Okay. So I paid $25. I got this at a con. It was marked for $30. I told him my price was $25. He said he'd give me $25 if I also bought another figure, which I wanted a Darth Vader anyway. And the Darth Vader price was okay. So I got for $25. But the con price was $30 at that retailer. All right, there we go. We got that in. Now we need B12. And we are done with this sprue. Okay, so this little notch here is going to face forward with this, like this. Okay, there's that. And then we need C22. And that's the last piece on this one. It's just going to plug in like this. Like that. Then we need A26. Which is this one right here. And it is going to go, I guess, down the front here. I guess. How far down is it going? Oh, hold on. Is this? I think it's got, oh, okay, those come off. Okay. Okay, again, okay, so. So this goes, oops, wrong way. This goes down to, I guess, the hips, maybe. Okay, it kind of snaps in. Okay, okay. There's two holes where it kind of snaps in on the way down. And then we need A25, which is this one right here. And this is the end of this sprue. And then it's going to go down the same way. Whoops. Okay, does it have... I think it's got two pieces on that aren't supposed to stay on. One, those are weird. That's weird. Yeah, I thought I did too. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, so that is... That's that. Well, it's too late now. I snapped them off. I don't think they're supposed to be on there. See, these little pegs right there go into the side. These holes on the side. All right. So we got that. Here's what the back looks like. Here's what the front looks like. Okay, so that's put everything. I think we can put the figure together. And then I think we just got a couple more things. We got a couple more things. One more thing to build. Two more things to build, maybe. But that they should go. But I think we get the main figure put together. So here's its body. And we're going to put on... We're going to do this. Whoops. So... Here's his belly, her belly. And her waist, which needs to be put together better. Hold on, need to tighten that up. Okay, let's see what part goes forward. Okay, this is the forward, this is the front. That's cool. Kind of like these belly plates kind of flex or move. Okay, leg. Whoops. Okay, so that pops off a little easy. Okay. Let's see if I can get that back on. These belly kind of plate things they're easy to disrupt, it looks like. Well, if I glue them on, they're not gonna move like they're supposed to when you move this. Okay, so okay. Anyway, okay, let's see if we can get this leg on. Okay. You know what? Put that aside. Let's put the leg on the waist without it being even connected to the belly. Okay, we'll do the other one. All right, there's that. Let's put the arms on. Nate, I think you installed one of the shoulder holes backwards. The right shoulder socket doesn't look right. Okay, hold on. So this is the right, what I have on right now. This one, then. Okay, hold on. Let me, okay. Okay, now let's see if we can get this waist on. Oh, do you think it looked backwards? But okay. Cool, cool. Okay, let's see if we can get this on now. Okay, that's on. Okay, well, let's get the head on. There's the head. And okay, so once we get these last parts put together, then we'll do the light. We'll switch the camera and do the light and stuff. We'll turn off the light, see what it looks like in the dark. Next, we got this mechanical spider spear. It looks like maybe we got two of them. Maybe. No, we got four of them. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna let's see. Let me put the instructions right there. Okay. That looks weird. Let's move that. Okay. We need. And each one of these things we're going to do 4 times. All right. G1 4 and G2 4. Okay. So there's 4 of these. I'm just going to go, I'm going to take them all off. All right. So there's all 4 of G1 4s. We need G2 4, which is, whoops, flip that around. These right here. Yeah, but let me build the legs first, and I'll do it. We'll do an articulation check because I'm going to go ahead and change the camera angle for that. Okay. So let's see if we can match up the pegs on each one of these. Yeah, pretty easy. This last one. Just one peg is larger than the other, and then one hole is larger than the other, so they'll match up. Pretty easy. Okay, so those are all 4 of those. Then we're going to do G2-1, which is these pieces here. And looks like they're going to fit into this hole here like this. Like that. Whoops. Just adding a ball joint kind of to the top of this arm. It says spears. I think they're arms, though. I'm wondering if it's a bad translation. All right, there's those. Then we need G2-5, which is this row down here. All right. Oh, hold on. Okay, G2-5. Yes. Those are just plug in there. Yeah, you can call them spears, legs, arms. I don't know. When I think of a spear, I guess I kind of think of something that doesn't bend really, but just me being picky, I guess. I'd call them arm stabbies. Okay, so there's that. Then we need G1-2 and G2-3. Okay, let's go G1-2 first. G1-2, which is this row right here. Whoa, these are some of these. Okay. take these extra pieces off. All right, then we need G23. Which are these right here. Oops, what'd I do? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so okay, these will go together. Okay, and this is a thing just matching big peg to big hole, little peg to little hole again. There's also a tab in there to kind of bridge everything to make sure it's all kind of tight. All right, got these. And then we'll just be building off of what we've done before on each one. All right, and then now we need G13. That's all of these. And let's see. These are going to fill in this right here. And you just match this curve to this the top part. Like that. And then make sure this round part goes on into the joint. And G22. Looks like this is some sort of maybe shoulder armor, kind of, for these legs. And that G2 sprue is done. So there's a peg right there. And there's a hole there. So just put it on like that for each one. Let's see. A lot of G1 today. We're not even talking about Transformers. Yeah. Well, it's our last sprue. So that's it. We're going to end it on G1. All right. G1, 1. So it's these 4 stabbies. All right. And they're going to match up like this. Whoops, like that. All right, so those are those. All right, we'll hold off on putting them on. Put aside our instructions. Let's see. Oh, hold on. E27. I got 2 things on here. Hold on. What are those? Did I miss something somewhere? Let me scan the instruction sheet real quick because I got 2 pieces that kind of look like they should be going somewhere. Oh, I see. They should be on the chest. Okay, let me finish the chest up because I messed up. Then we'll do our articulation before we put on those legs. I messed up. So these 2 pieces right here, when we were building the torso, okay. So there's a hole there, and then there's a peg over here. And then this silver diamond should fit into there. So 1 for each side. Okay. Let's mess with the camera a little bit. Let's back it, see how far back I can get it. Okay, hold on. I need to tighten up this. Oh yeah. I can't remember where that shockwave came from, Firewall. Do you remember? Because he used shockwave in the cartoon once. Blokees. Okay, let's see how this does. Okay. Let's a little bit more light. I think I need to back it up just a little bit more if I can. Okay. Okay, that's good, I think. Okay, from the Galaxy version of Shockwave. Okay, so articulation. Okay, so let's start with the head. It goes down a little bit, up about that much. Its shoulders have these, could drop down. They could do that. I think they look best like that. The butterfly can go forward that much. It can't go back at all. That's the butterfly's shoulder. Whoops. Its arm comes off like that. Okay. Its arm could probably do about that. You could probably mess with the shoulder a little bit so it doesn't hit his head. It could go... Oh, is it on backwards? Is it really? Hold on. I'm gonna look at the box. I totally believe you, but... No, the mech's on... The head's on right. It's right.
Hello.
Hello, I'm live. You want to say hi to Firewall?
What are you doing?
I was building this mech. You.
Hello.
That's my son. How are you doing?
Good.
Firewall, I'm going to mute for just a second. Hold on. I will
I'm just here to get a...
be right back. All right, sorry about that. He just came over to grab some stuff. All right, we're back. Okay. I mean, here's what it looks like backwards. But, I mean, the box has it like this. And I think that looks right to me. All right, so the arms can rotate all the way around. There is... No, you can't really do it. Not really a swivel there. The elbow is double jointed. Well, it could do that. So it's got a pretty good bend. And let's see, its wrist, the hand can spin around all the way around. You were right earlier. The fingers, at least at the knuckles, are articulated individually. Whoops. Just be a little careful about how far back you pit them. Oh, the game models may have a different head. Okay. The thumb here. The thumb can go in and out, kind of in and out like this. It's on a ball joint, and it can do a fist. Here's the fist. What the fist looks like. Closed. That's about as good of a fist you can get on that. So the waist could twist like this, though the segments looks like they could be a little, get out of joint a little bit. I think this is something that it's just something that you'll be dealing with if you want to pose it, is these things occasionally popping out, depending on how far you twist things. He can't bend back far at all. He can crunch, or she can crunch pretty good. There's very little right left on the waist. I think you're going to get a lot more of it at the torso right here. Let's see. Leg can only go out about this far. Mostly do this armor piece right here. You kick out here, about that far, all the way up. His knee, or her knee, can bend like this. The foot can swivel all the way around if you want it to, because of the ball joint. It can pivot up that far and go down that far. There isn't any rocking side to side. The toes can go down that far. They can point up that far. But this is them flat, kind of. And okay, did I miss anything on that articulation that you wanted to see? I'll give you a couple seconds because of stream delay. Now here's what I think. This figure needs a stand, and it doesn't come with one. I think it's getting at the stand. If you twist the peg at the ankles 90 degrees, you may be able to okay, hold on. So, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about if I do this and then this, I could do that and then do that. So we can do that if that's what you're talking about. Okay, let's see if I can get her to stand. Pretty good. Okay. There's that. Okay, so let's pop on I'm gonna pop on the spider legs now. Or the spears. Let me see, how do I do that? Hold on. Let me grab the instructions real quick. We may have to remove a piece or something for that. Oh, it doesn't look like you have to. Let me see. Flip it around. Yeah, you do. Okay, I think you have to remove these two shoulder blades, maybe. Oh, no, you just move them. Okay, that's why they articulate out. Okay, that's cool. So those flare out. What I was referring to as possibly vents earlier are actually for the legs. Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. Whoops. Okay, I popped off the... Oh no, it flew. Oh, no it didn't. It landed in the bowl. Okay. That popped off though. We'll put that back on in a second. It may be easier with those off though. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I think you're right. That kind of articulation on these shoulder blades is pretty cool. It's on a ball joint. So yeah, I can just move it aside a little bit. Yeah, I'll get the Peni figure after I get these on. Okay, so the upper one's kind of rough to get in without disrupting the shoulder blade or popping it off. So actually, I'm just going to pop it off. I think I had another piece fall off. I'll have to see what that was. So, okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, the two upper spear arms are a little difficult to work with. Okay, so this goes here, and I put on this shoulder thing popped off. Okay, let's get this back on. All right, whoops, popped off again. This might have to be glued on. Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can find I think a piece fell on the floor. Let me look for it real quick, and then we'll see what Peni looks like. Okay, it's one of these shoulder blade things from the spears. Okay. There's them. So they got like a ball joint here, a joint here, joint here, joint here. So they can do careful. You gotta be careful with it. But they can. She could stab herself if she wanted to. So there's a lot more articulation than say, okay, so if you bend this back too far, this shoulder thing will pop out. So that can't bend back too far. Actually, you could pretty much straighten these out, and that's about it on that. But that's fine. So you can do some kind of cool articulation with these. And okay, so that's the mech. And I don't know how tall this is. Here's Peni. Probably need to find a reference to paint her, because she does have a lot of kind of line work in here. You could probably use some what's it called, panel lining. Oh, it's not going to focus, so that ain't okay. So there's that. And then she does have a stand for her. And I don't know how tall she is supposed to be. I mean, it doesn't look like she'd fit in there, does it? Okay, so compared, it is okay. Here, it's about. It's a little taller than Deadpool. The mech is probably about it by a head, yeah. So champion class Deadpool. Is that all? Okay, is that what she looks like within the game? Okay. So I guess she kind of maybe fits in kind of like this, maybe. So there's Deadpool. Champion class Deadpool. It's a little. I don't know if it comes off on the camera, but I'd say it's a little shorter than Devastator. Oh, she rides on it? Okay. Like on the back or something. Okay. There it is with the Defenders. Yeah, towers over Elmo. But Elmo's bigger than Penny. I think we have done it. It's Marvel Rivals, Peni Parker. I really like this one. Just be careful when moving some of the parts. You might like these legs because these shoulder bits do like to pop off. That might be something that we. Oh, is Elmo accurate to scale? That depends on how old Penny is. Well, no, because I think Elmo's supposed to be quite a bit smaller. Yeah, I don't think so. Next week, you're asking. Maybe what I said, whatever I said I was going to do this week, until I found something. I found something at the con. Probably either Galaxy 7 or my retro thing. I think it's been a while since we've done Transformers. Let's go ahead and do Galaxy 7 next week. Unless something crazy happens. Let's do Galaxy 7. I think that you probably should get a Transformer thing in. All right, so that's it. Peni Parker from Marvel Rivals, the Blokees version. I like it a lot. I think it's really good. Just be careful when bending these little leg spears. Hopefully see you next week. And please like, comment, subscribe. And if you watch this after the live stream, I appreciate it. And until next time, have fun.